A broke single mom asked for leftovers. What the millionaire saw in her eyes changed everything. Before we go further, please ensure to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting stories like this one. It was one of those beautiful early summer afternoons in the city, the kind that made the wealthy linger in sidewalk cafes and the busy professionals loosen their ties as they enjoyed a long lunch. The streets pulsed with life. Sunlight streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows of Maison du Café, one of the city's most exclusive spots. Inside, the air smelled of fresh espresso, warm sourdough, and truffle oil. Conversations flowed lightly over clinking cutlery and the gentle notes of live piano music. No one noticed the woman sitting in the far corner. Her name was Lily Hart, 28, thin from stress and skipped meals. Worn jeans and a faded blouse, not enough to keep out the faint chill of the air conditioning. Her battered tote bag sat beside her, containing all that remained of her life. One change of clothes, a few coins, and a small bundle of papers that she read and reread every night. Beside her sat Emma, her 6-year-old daughter, eyes wide, cheeks hollow, feet swinging just above the floor. The little girl was trying hard to be cheerful, but her voice betrayed her hunger when she asked softly, "Mommy, can we have something to eat?" Lily forced a smile, smoothing Emma's hair. "Soon, sweetheart. Mommy's just waiting. For a miracle, perhaps. Or maybe for courage." She had spent her last few coins that morning on bus fare to get to a job interview, a cleaning position that had already been filled when she arrived. Since then, she'd wandered the city, too ashamed to call anyone for help, too desperate to return to the tiny, cold room they called home. Now here they were, in the middle of wealth and abundance, watching plates of uneaten food being cleared away. And Emma was hungry. Lily's stomach twisted with shame, but something inside her, a mother's instinct stronger than pride, began to rise. Across the room, a man sat alone at a corner table, absorbed in his phone. Adrian Kane, 45, billionaire entrepreneur, founder of Kane Enterprises, known for his ruthlessness in business, rarely seen in public without his entourage. Today, for once, he dined alone. His plate still held half of a grilled sea bass with risotto and asparagus, a meal that could feed Emma for days. Lily swallowed hard. Her pulse raced. She looked down at Emma, whose hopeful eyes were beginning to glaze from exhaustion. "I'll be right back," she whispered. Standing was the hardest part. Her legs trembled. Her mouth was dry. The stare she imagined from the posh diners felt like knives. But still, she moved. One step, two, crossing the floor, ignoring the heat that flushed her cheeks. At Adrian's table, she stopped. Her voice was barely audible above the music. "Excuse me, sir. May I have your leftovers?" For a moment, nothing happened. Adrian Kane looked up sharply, annoyed at first by the interruption. But then his gaze caught hers. And in that instant, something shifted. He saw her, truly saw her. Not just a desperate woman, not just a beggar, but a mother standing tall despite her hunger. Eyes filled with pride, dignity, and the kind of love that never asks for itself, only for her child. Time seemed to freeze. Around them, the cafe noise dimmed. Conversations halted. A nearby waiter stiffened, ready to intervene. Adrian slowly lowered his phone onto the table. His fingers tightened slightly around the glass stem of his water. He studied her face, the sharp cheekbones, the pale lips, the hollow but defiant eyes. And then he glanced past her, at the small girl clutching a worn doll and staring at him with innocent hope. A memory flickered in Adrian's mind. A woman from long ago, his own mother, once standing in line at a soup kitchen, holding his tiny hand, trying not to cry. His throat tightened. Without a word, Adrian pushed his untouched plate toward Lily. But she shook her head. "I can't take your plate. Please, if you could ask them to wrap it up, I'd be grateful," she said softly, trying to hold on to what dignity she had left. Adrian hesitated, then raised a hand to call the waiter. "Wrap this, and bring 2 fresh meals. The same order. To this table." The waiter looked confused. "Sir, you want them to sit?" "Yes." Adrian's tone left no room for argument. Eyes widened across the cafe. Lily froze, unsure. "Please, Adrian said gently. Sit. Both of you. Tears pricked Lily's eyes. She wanted to refuse. She wanted to run. But Emma tugged her hand. Mommy, can we? And so they sat. Adrian watched as Lily carefully wiped Emma's hands with a napkin, her fingers shaking slightly. The food arrived. Emma dug in with the eagerness of a starving child. Lily barely touched her plate at first, too overwhelmed. Finally, Adrian spoke. What's your name? Lily. This is Emma, she replied, her voice small but steady. Lily, you shouldn't have to beg in a place like this, Adrian said quietly. I wasn't begging. I was asking for food for my daughter. I'd do anything for her. Their eyes met again, two worlds colliding. And for Adrian Kane, a man who thought he had seen everything, this was the first time in years that something had stirred in his soul. Adrian leaned forward, his voice low and intent. I need to make a call. Please, stay here, just for a little while. Lily stared after him as he rose and walked out of sight, her heart pounding. What had she just done? And why? When the rich man looked into her eyes, had she seen something more than pity there? Lily sat frozen at the table. Emma nibbled her bread, blissfully unaware of the swirl of emotions around them. The elegant café buzzed again, but whispers floated from nearby tables. Who is she? Why is Mr. Kane helping her? Lily kept her gaze low, cheeks burning. She wasn't supposed to be here, not among silk blouses and Rolexes. She glanced toward the entrance. Adrian hadn't returned. A knot tightened in her stomach. Had he left? Would someone come and throw them out? Emma tugged her sleeve. Mommy, is he nice? Lily hesitated. I don't know yet. A shadow fell across the table. Lily's heart jumped. Adrian was back. He carried a small leather notebook, his phone still in hand. Thank you for waiting, he said, voice calmer now. He studied her, noting the tension in her shoulders. You must think this is strange, Lily began, but Adrian raised a hand. Not all. I understand more than you know. A waiter appeared with another basket of warm bread. Adrian poured water into Lily's glass himself. Please eat. Both of you. You don't owe me anything. The kindness in his tone nearly broke her. Still, Lily forced composure. I should go after this. I didn't mean to cause trouble. Adrian leaned forward. Do you have a job? Not anymore. I was cleaning houses, but they let me go last month. I've been looking. And your husband? A flicker of pain crossed Lily's face. Gone. 2 years now. Adrian's jaw tightened. He glanced at Emma, who smiled shyly. She looks like a fighter. She is, Lily whispered. She keeps me going. For a moment, neither spoke. Adrian's phone buzzed. He silenced it. His eyes softened. My mother. She was like you once. Alone. Hungry. I remember. Lily blinked, surprised. This man, so polished, so powerful, understood? Adrian exhaled. I have an idea. Not charity. A real opportunity. But it requires trust. Before Lily could respond, he slid a card across the table. Kane Enterprises, private office. Come to this address tomorrow at 9. Bring Emma. Please. Confused, Lily hesitated. Why? What do you want from us? Adrian met her gaze firmly. Nothing but a chance to help. You reminded me today of something I'd almost forgotten. He stood, nodding politely. Will you come? Lily gripped the card, heart racing. Ah, yes. Good. Now, take your time here. Finish the meal. It's on me. He walked away, leaving Lily breathless. Emma beamed. Mommy, are we going to castle tomorrow? Lily smiled faintly, her mind spinning. I don't know, baby. Maybe something even better. Morning sunlight streamed through the towering glass facade of Kane Enterprises. The building looked more like a monument than an office, sleek, cold, intimidating. Lily held Emma's hand tightly as they stood before the revolving doors. Her heart pounded. Are you sure we should be here, Mommy? Emma whispered. We'll find out soon, Lily replied, her voice steady despite her nerves. Inside, a receptionist greeted them with a polite smile. Mr. Kane is expecting you. A private elevator carried them up. Lily swallowed her fear. Whatever this was, it couldn't be worse than yesterday's desperation. The doors opened to a sunlit office lined with books and framed photographs. Adrian Kane stood by the window, hands in his pockets. You came, he said simply. I wasn't sure if I should. You trusted your instincts. That's why you're here. He knelt to Emma's level. Hello again, young lady. Emma grinned shyly. Adrian motioned for Lily to sit. I won't waste your time. I have a proposal. He paused, gathering his thoughts. I saw something yesterday I can't ignore. You fought for your child when many would give up. Lily frowned. Why does that matter to you? Because I grew up in a shelter. My mother worked 3 jobs. I remember nights we went hungry. One kind man changed our lives once. I've never forgotten. His voice cracked slightly. Lily stared. This was not the cold tycoon the world knew. I need someone I can trust with something precious, my daughter. Lily blinked. Your daughter? She's 6. I've struggled to find someone who sees children as more than a task. Yesterday, I saw how you look at Emma. That's the kind of heart I need in my home. He slid a document across the table. Full-time position. Live-in nanny. Apartment provided. Salary beyond what you've known. No strings. Only honesty and care. Lily's breath caught. It felt surreal. Why me? You could hire anyone. Adrian met her gaze. Because I trust what I saw in you. And because my daughter needs someone genuine. Tears welled in Lily's eyes. I'd have to think about it. Of course. Take tonight. We'll arrange a hotel room for you and Emma. No rush. You've already done so much. Consider it an investment in someone I believe in, Adrian said softly. He extended a hand. Lily took it, her fingers trembling. Thank you, Mr. Kane. Call me Adrian. As they left, Lily clutched the offer. Emma skipped beside her. Outside, a photographer hidden in a car snapped a picture. The shutter clicked again and again. Tomorrow's headlines were about to explode. Lily barely slept that night. The plush hotel room felt unreal. Emma had drifted off in the soft bed, but Lily sat by the window, the city lights blurring behind her tears. Could this be real? At dawn, she rose and prepared carefully. A borrowed blouse, freshly ironed, braided Emma's hair. If this was to be their new beginning, she would meet it with her head high. By 9 sharp, they stood once again at Kane Enterprises. Right this way, the receptionist greeted them. Mr. Kane is ready. This time, Lily walked straighter. Adrian welcomed them with a warm smile. His assistant, a sharp-eyed woman named Celia, watched curiously from the corner. Thank you for coming back, Adrian began. I still don't understand why you're offering this, Lily said honestly. Because when I was a boy, a stranger gave us a chance. That chance built my life. Now, I offer the same to you. He gestured toward screen. Photos of a bright-eyed little girl appeared. Sophia Kane, 6 years old. Sophia's mother passed 2 years ago. Since then, I've struggled to find someone who truly cares, not just performs a job. Yesterday, when I saw how you protected Emma, I knew you were that someone. Lily's throat tightened. You'd live at my estate. Emma too, of course. You'll be well compensated. And safe. Safe? Lily asked. Adrian's gaze darkened briefly. I know about your ex-husband. We'll ensure he can't harm you. Lily blinked. How had he known? Adrian continued gently. I only offer this if you feel ready. No obligation. And Emma, she'd attend the best school. Anything she needs. Emma tugged her mother's hand. Can we go, Mommy? I want to meet Sophia. Emotions swelled in Lily's chest. She looked at Adrian. I want to earn this. Not be a charity case. This isn't charity. It's trust. And if you accept, you'll be family. Celia's expression softened. She nodded in silent approval. Lily inhaled deeply. Then yes, we'll come. Adrian smiled. Good. Pack your things. We'll send a car this evening. As they left the office, Celia discreetly handed Lily an envelope. Inside, a key card, phone numbers, and a note. You belong here. But outside the building, a tabloid headline blared on a passing screen. Billionaire's mystery woman. Lunch date or love affair? A chill ran through Lily. The picture was of her and Emma at the café. Trouble was brewing, and they hadn't even reached their new home yet. By morning, the headlines were everywhere. Billionaire seen with homeless mother. Romance or scandal? Who is the mystery woman at Kane Enterprises? Lily stared at the hotel TV, her face pale. Emma sat beside her, confused. "Mommy, why are we on the screen?" Lily's phone buzzed, an unknown number. She hesitated, then answered. "Lily, it's Adrian. Stay calm. I've seen the news." "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "I never wanted this. None of this is your fault. The car will still come. You're safe with me." An hour later, they arrived at a gated estate. Security guards opened the grand iron gates. Emma gasped at the sprawling gardens and fountains. Adrian met them at the door, composed but serious. "Please come in." Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Celia greeted them warmly, but whispered, "The board isn't happy. You should know." Over lunch, Adrian explained, "Some of my partners care more about appearances than truth. They're pressuring me to cut ties with you." Lily's heart sank. "I'll leave. I don't want to ruin your life." Adrian's eyes flashed. "No, I won't let cowards dictate who deserves kindness." That afternoon, an emergency board meeting convened. Adrian entered the sleek boardroom, facing cold stares from stone-faced executives. "We need damage control," one man said. "The media thinks you're romantically involved with this woman. It's bad for business." "She is here because I trust her," Adrian said firmly. "If anyone here objects to me helping a single mother in need, you know where the door is." A tense silence followed. "Adrian, this could cost you investors," another warned. "Then let them go. I built this company once. I can do it again." Back at the estate, Lily waited anxiously. When Adrian returned, he looked exhausted, but victorious. "You're staying," he told her. "This home is yours now." Lily's voice shook. "Why fight for us?" Adrian's gaze softened. "Because someone once fought for me, and because I believe in you." That evening, an invitation arrived, the annual charity gala. Adrian handed it to Lily. "Come with me. As my guest, the world should see the truth." Lily hesitated. "They'll tear us apart." "Then let them try," Adrian replied. "We stand together now." Outside, parked across the street, a dark car idled. Inside sat a man with cold eyes, Lily's estranged ex-husband. Watching, waiting. The storm wasn't over yet. The following days at the estate felt like a dream. Lily began her duties, caring for Sophia, Adrian's daughter, a bright, curious girl who bonded instantly with Emma. The two children became inseparable. For the first time in years, Lily felt safe. Nights were spent reading stories beneath soft blankets instead of trembling in cold shelters. Yet shadows lingered. The tabloids continued to swirl with rumors. Paparazzi hovered beyond the estate walls. Adrian tightened security, but another threat loomed unseen. One afternoon, while walking with the children through the garden, Lily spotted a familiar figure in the distance. A man leaning against a parked car. Michael, her ex-husband. Her heart seized. Michael had disappeared 2 years ago, leaving them to fend for themselves. Now he was back, and likely knew about Adrian's wealth. She rushed the children inside. That evening, she told Adrian everything. "He's dangerous, addicted to gambling. He'll use Emma to get to me, or you," she said, voice trembling. Adrian's expression hardened. "I'll handle it. From now on, security will watch you both closely." "I don't want to bring this into your life," Lily whispered. "You're part of this life now. I won't let anyone hurt you." Despite reassurances, Lily remained on edge. Her fears proved well-founded. One stormy night, with rain lashing the estate windows, Michael broke through a side entrance. Lily awoke to muffled sounds. Instinct kicked in. Grabbing Emma, she locked them in the bathroom and called security. Michael pounded on the door. "Open up. I just want to talk." Tears streamed down Lily's face as Emma sobbed in her arms. Suddenly, silence. Moments later, Adrian himself burst in, followed by guards. Michael was already restrained downstairs. Adrian rushed to them. "You're safe now." Lily collapsed into his arms, shaking uncontrollably. Later, as Michael was taken away, Adrian held her hand gently. "You don't have to be afraid anymore," he said. "You and Emma are family here." Lily met his gaze, this man who had done more for her than anyone ever had. "No one's ever fought for me like this," she whispered. "You deserve it. More than you know." For the first time, something unspoken passed between them, deeper than gratitude, warmer than friendship. As dawn broke, An invitation lay on Lily's dresser. The charity gala, tonight. Adrian's handwritten note beneath it read, "Will you stand with me?" She touched the invitation, heart pounding. This was more than an event. It was a declaration to the world, and perhaps to Adrian himself. The grand ballroom of the Astoria Hotel glittered with crystal chandeliers. The city's elite gathered beneath the vaulted ceiling, wealth, power, and pretense on full display. Outside, cameras flashed relentlessly. "Mr. Kane, over here. Who's the mystery woman?" In the limousine, Lily's hands trembled slightly. She wore a simple but elegant navy gown, one of Celia's selections. Adrian sat beside her, calm but watchful. "You don't have to do this," Lily said softly. "I want to," Adrian replied. "Let them see the truth." At the entrance, they stepped out together. The crowd gasped. "That's her." With the child, Emma clutched Lily's hand, wide-eyed. Sophia ran to them, hugging Emma tightly. Adrian led them inside, unfazed by the stares. Heads turned. Conversations halted as the unlikely quartet moved through the room. Board members whispered. Investors exchanged uneasy glances. Adrian took the stage as the evening's honored speaker. "Good evening," he began, voice steady. "Tonight, we celebrate generosity. But I ask, what does true wealth mean?" He paused, scanning the room. "I grew up poor, hungry. My mother once begged for scraps to feed me. One man changed our lives. Now, I have the chance to do the same for others." Eyes darted toward Lily. Adrian smiled. This woman here, Lily Hart, showed more courage and dignity in one moment than many show in a lifetime. I'm proud to stand beside her. A murmur rippled through the crowd. And if helping a mother and child offends anyone here, consider this my resignation. Gasps erupted. Cameras flashed wildly. Lily's eyes filled with tears. Adrian stepped down and took her hand. "You don't have to hide anymore," he whispered. Suddenly, Sophia and Emma ran to them. Without hesitation, Adrian knelt, embracing both girls and Lily. The image of them together, the powerful billionaire, the once homeless mother, two innocent children, spread across media channels within minutes. A new kind of family, headlines declare the next day. But inside the ballroom, none of that mattered. "You change our lives," Lily whispered. Adrian smiled. "No, you reminded me what matters most." The music swelled. They danced, awkwardly at first, then freely. For the first time in years, Lily laughed. Outside the gala, the world buzzed. But within that embrace, a new beginning had quietly taken root. A miracle? Perhaps. Or maybe, just maybe, it was love. If you enjoyed this story, ensure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing, heartfelt stories like this. Also, let us know where you are watching from, and drop your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of Lily's courage, Emma's innocence, and Adrian Kane's incredible act of kindness? Did the moment at the gala move you as much as it moved us? And what about the friendship between little Sophia and Emma? We love hearing from you. Your support helps us bring more inspiring stories to life. Stay tuned for the next one.